Hello there, Richard Mortimer, and I'm going to, in this short video, talk to you about how to enroll all the clients that you need for your business. The truth is, you only need one thing, just one thing, in order to enroll all the clients that you need. And that is a simple system that works. It's really important that it's simple, because if it's too complex, it's harder to test and to tweak and to perfect it and getting it to convert better. It has to convert, it needs to convert. So we always want to aim to have it converting better. So in effect, it's a work in progress. And that's a good thing, because obviously you can put it out there, try it out, and then you can make some improvements when you've seen the results are. One thing that I did early on was, so I had an arrangement with a marketer he was coaching me, and we had an arrangement where I set up four websites and we tested them, and I got some expectations. So they were 4 different products. One was perhaps more set of videos, one was a bit of software, that kind of thing. And I had one that I thought would do really well, and that one was the worst. So the one I thought would be the best was the worst. It's to do with the sales copy, really, not necessarily the actual course itself. So the sales copy didn't really do justice to the course. That's probably the reason. But the one, I wouldn't say it was the one I least expected to do well, but I was quite surprised, and it did something like 10 times as well as the other ones. Just a very simple set of videos. The sales copy was what people wanted, and it all matched, and it just did really, really well. It actually was a paid product that converted at 10%, which is pretty good for that. So a $7 product that was one of my first things I ever created. $7 product, and converted really, really well right out the gate. So, you've got to test and track, okay? But it needs to be work in progress. Simpler, the better. Now, of course, your choice of niche is really, really important. So the first thing you need to do is to find out where people are hanging out in your niche. So, for example, LinkedIn is great for business to business. Business people are on LinkedIn. They're very high quality. They are very respectful, all that kind of thing. Really, really good. And it's also kind of underutilized. It's still something that's working really, really great. One of my traffic methods is organic marketing on LinkedIn. But how are you going to get them to your website? That's the question. All right. That's the thing. You have to work out how you're going to do that. Obviously, I can't, in a short video like this, I can't go step by step into a traffic method, but there's lots of training out there. And obviously I teach that as part of my program too. Really, it depends on how narrow your niche is. So a very narrow, very specialized niche, you're going to need multiple traffic sources. A wider niche might only need one. And of course, it's whether you have free organic type traffic, or you have a paid ad type traffic system, or maybe a hybrid of those, which is what I'll go into in this video. Now, the first thing you want to do is get them onto your mailing list. So that'll probably be an email list in an autoresponder, which is a bit of software that enables you to bulk email your subscribers. It's all compliant. Don't need to worry about that. It's all part of the software. It's all compliant. So you want to get them on your mailing list. You do that for free. You offer them maybe like a free course. What's great is to offer them a really high value free course. I taught one of my clients to do that, and it really, really worked well. So that's obviously something I teach everybody really, but I'm thinking that particular case, we went into quite a lot of detail. That gives you the opportunity to engage with them and get them to know, like, and trust you if you've got them on your emailing list. And I have to say, you might have already heard me say this before, but email is by far the most powerful and targeted traffic method possible. Basically, you send people to your website whenever you want to from your email list. So the way that works is you have one little website where you can do it on your blog, but it's not the best because people can go in different directions on your blog. It's best to have a separate page that you send people to. So one of your main traffic directions is to get them onto your email list, onto your mailing list. So you go to a small page where they can sign up, register with you, get on your email list, and then you market to them from your email list. So all your traffic might actually go straight onto onto your mailing list. And you can get something like a 50% opt-in rate, maybe even more if it's very, very targeted traffic. So really, really good. And you get people from there, and then you take it from there. I have to tell you that up to this point, all my high ticket sales have come from my email list. It's always been people on my list that I've given an offer to, or I've engaged with them and got them to, look at something with me, or got on a call with them, but it came from my email list. So that's really, really important. The first step is to build your mailing list. So that will give us our next step, which would be traffic to build our mailing list. Now, I've already mentioned LinkedIn. Let's just go into that a little bit more detail. There are loads of traffic methods out there, but let's use the example of LinkedIn. And as I said, LinkedIn is known to be great for business to business, and it's really simple to get connections on LinkedIn. So in other words, you can get people to connect with you, which is a bit like friending on Facebook, but connecting is a bit more business-like. I think that's why they call it that. I built 1,000 connections in a matter of weeks, and these are high-quality people. And if they asked me a question, I always answered. If the little notification came up for their birthday, I wished them a happy birthday. All that kind of thing, just being pleasant. You don't want to go straight in with business, but on the same hand, you don't want to be sort of, it's all to do with being friendly, and then you suddenly pounce something business on them. Okay, so you've got to be careful about this. You've got to get the balance right between being friendly and business-like. I think that's the right balance, okay? So obviously, you can build the connections, and you can do that all day long. You can build a massive, great connection list, but you have to get them to your website to sign up. What is it that you offer? Ask that question to yourself, okay? So ask them something related to your niche. Now, here's one idea, just one of many, but I'm just going to give you one idea. And this is great if they're new and you're new to the platform and they don't know you yet. So you've built up the connections, but they don't really know you. A lot of people will accept your connection request and they won't say anything. So they're just a connection that's agreed. That's it. You've made a mutual agreement to talk. So obviously you can be very careful about going straight in. But how about this? So you go on the messenger system with them once they've connected with you, and you say, "Hello, John," whatever the name is. "I was wondering if any of your connections would be interested in a new video I just created." That's a very indirect method. Now, they'll probably ask you, "What is it?" Okay, so that's how they like to respond, isn't it? What is the video about? You can tell them what the video is about. And then you'll like to get one of 3 possible answers. First one is, "I'm interested," or "Can you send it to me?" So they might be interested but not actually tell you that they're interested. "Can you send it to me?" So obviously you can do that. Or they might say, "I'll send it to my connections." And they still might be interested, but that's what they might say, which is great because you want them to be interested and to send it to their connections as well. And then they might say, "I don't think that will be for them," which means you just accept that they know their connections better than you do. They don't think it'd be for them, and it probably means that they're not interested either. Okay, so 3 answers: me, them, or no. And it doesn't really matter. And getting a no is fine because then know that is somebody who's quite possibly not interested in what you have. No reason to ditch them as a connection, but obviously that's something that could happen further down the road, maybe, if you wanted to. So that's an organic way of getting leads, but we can ramp it up. So that's LinkedIn. What we can also do is, that's organic marketing. That's like a free traffic method. It's just time consuming, at least to begin with. You can actually make that into a paid traffic method by outsourcing it, getting someone to do it for you. There's plenty of people who are able to do that for you. A marketing agency, somebody on Fiverr, or somebody that you know that works in your niche. It's not that difficult to get somebody to do that for you. Okay, so as you scale and grow. But how about this? So you're doing the connections on LinkedIn and you're getting people, and some people will be coming to your website either directly or their connections will come. And what you could do is this: you could actually add a Facebook pixel to your page. Just the opt-in page is fine. We want to keep this as simple as possible, but you can obviously add it to other pages as well. The idea is to be able to retarget people who don't opt in straight away. who don't buy straight away or don't enroll in your main program straight away. So they come to your website, they don't take action, but they are pixeled. And then you're able to retarget those people. The reason you want to do that is because some people take longer to make decisions. That's just the kind of people they are. They are a bit colder about what you offer. Maybe they don't understand something. They actually do need to go away and think about it. Okay? One of the big reasons to do so is that they don't trust you yet. Maybe they've been burned in the past. Maybe they had some bad experiences. Maybe they're very picky kind of people. And you can't blame them for any of those positions, can you? However, if you don't pixel them, then they're gone. And that's it. You've wasted that traffic. It's too late. You pixel them and you can get a proportion to act after a period of time. That's what retargeting does. So the final step is to set up a Facebook retargeting campaign. So you go into the ads manager in your Facebook account. You could do this on other platforms as well. I'm just using Facebook as an example. It does not have to be Facebook, but I'm just using it as an illustration. Okay, so you actually go in and you set up a Facebook ad. So we've got the free organic time-consuming method with the LinkedIn connections, which we get into our page, and then we're pixeling them. So it's just an automatic thing that happens when the people come to the page. And then what happens is that information is passed to our Facebook account, and then we can retarget those people because we've got some demographics about people who've come. Not names and that kind of thing, but you have demographics about them so that you can retarget those people. And you use basically a Facebook retargeting campaign is one type of a campaign because those people have already come and seen your offer, and that's actually the first thing that you can do. It's very easy to, if that's going to be your first traffic method, to use a Facebook retargeting campaign. But then there's another extra part to this. So basically this is three different ways of driving traffic. LinkedIn, organic, then you've got the Facebook retargeting campaign to retarget people who've already come to your website. That's a good way to get started with Facebook advertising. But then you have a separate campaign, which is for cold traffic. So you're now sending extra traffic to those pages. Those people, a lot of them will take action. Some of them won't, and they'll get pixeled, and then you can retarget those people as well. So actually send leads in the first place. That's what we're talking about in the fourth step there, to have actually cold traffic. And obviously you can ramp it up from there. Different traffic methods, different ad techniques. Because basically what we're talking about there is that cold traffic like that is different to retargeting ads. And so there's be a very different campaign. But once you've mastered retargeting ads, which is much easier, the next step is to drive more traffic through paid ads. And then obviously you just keep emailing those leads so they come to know, like, and trust you. And then they will buy your programs and they'll get on coaching with you. So if you'd like to know more and also have me help you choose a niche for you to operate in, then please apply to get on a call with me. It's totally free. You just have to turn up. All you have to do is click that button below and fill out the application to get on a call with me. So what we'll do is we'll go through a niche and actually choose one on the call for you. So you'll go away with a niche to work in. You have some direction there. And also I'll talk to you about my program, obviously, see if that's something that is a good fit for you and that we can work together on that. All you have to do is go to that button below, fill out the application, just take a few minutes to do that. There's a few questions there for you, and then we can get on a call sometime soon. Thank you very much.